I remember what I saw when I was unconscious in the vault when you thought I'd been electrocuted. I left my body and I floated up near the ceiling. And there it was. There was a file on the top shelf marked Martin Fitzgerald. Always knew that the Cranes were hiding information about my father's disappearance. And now I know where it is.
And if those missing pages from my mother's diary are in Martin's file...
It could reveal the truth about Papa's disappearance once and for all. I gotta get my hands on that file. I'm going back to the Crane family archives to get that file on my father. Sheridan's the best chance yet for me to find out what really happened to him.
Wait. I mean, what if you go back and Julian catches you? There's no telling what he'll do. He could throw you in jail
Well,
for
that's a chance I'm willing to take.
Look, I know that you're anxious, but let's just stop and think about this. Okay, now you said that you had an out-of-body experience.
Right.
Well, maybe it was just a dream that you had when you were unconscious. You know, your mind's way of giving you something you want, but you can't have.
Sheridan, it wasn't a dream. I saw that file on my father sitting on the top shelf of that vault as clear as day.
All right, well, say that it is there. But how do you know that what's inside has any leads on your father's disappearance? The Cranes keep files on all of their employees.
Yeah, in a file drawer or on a computer. Not locked away in a vault, so the only two people in the world who have access to it are Alistair or Julian. No. There's something in that folder that they don't want anyone to see. And that anyone is me. Look, Sheridan, that reference in your mother's diary about someone who worked for Crane Industries being a threat to your family, that could have been my father. And there's only one way for me to find out. I have to see what's in that folder.
Look, I understand you wanting to go back to find the file on your father. I want to know the truth of his disappearance, too. For your sake, Pilar's, and for myself. And until we find out what really happened to him, it's going to be this big black question mark constantly hanging over our heads.
Right. So what are we waiting for? Let's go.
And how do you expect to get back in there? Ethan's security card doesn't work, and I don't know about you, but I'm fresh out of dynamite.
Yeah. Julian knows someone got in there. He's probably sealed it off, got an army of guards stationed around it.
Yeah, Julian has been known to go overboard, especially when my father's on his case, which I'm sure he is.
Julian's also been known to screw up. Maybe he forgot to do something. Maybe there is a way back in.
How?
I don't know. But I gotta try.
Well, if you're going, then I'm coming too. Whether you like it or not, you're stuck with me.
Like it. I love it.
Hello?
Sheridan. Oh, thank God you're all right. Teresa and I were worried sick about you and Louise. So did you use my security card to get into the Crane archives?
Yes, and we found my mother's diaries. Unfortunately, a number of pages have been razored out. Louise thinks they have something to do with his father.
Why does he assume that?
Because my mother made an earlier cryptic reference to someone at Crane Industries being a threat to the family. And when she questioned Alistair about it, he refused to tell her who it was.
Sheridan, they could have been talking about anyone.
True, but Louise swears that he saw a file on his father in the vault. We're going to go back for it.
You won't be able to do that. Julian deactivated my security card.
How do you know?
Teresa and I ran into him at the hospital.
That must have been when Louise and I were locked in the vault.
What? That thing's airtight.
Yeah, live and learn. Anyway, Louise set off the sprinkler system, which automatically opened the doors. So we were able to get away without anybody finding us, but Julian knows someone was in there. And since I was so vocal about finding my mother's diaries, I'm sure he suspects Louise and me.
Look, just promise me you'll be more careful. Julian and Alistair will ostracize you if they find out what you and Louise have been up to. I don't want that to happen to you.
I know that there are risks involved. That's a chance I'm willing to take.
Are you sure?
Yes, Ethan. I'm sure. Look, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.
Good luck, Sheridan. 'Cause you're gonna need it.
Julian, you have a file on my father. Now I want it, and I want it now.
How would you know it was in here if you hadn't snuck in earlier? You broke the law, Luis. I'll have your badge for this.
No, I don't give a damn about the legalities. Just give me the file.
Why would Crane Industries have a file on Martin Fitzgerald locked in a vault full of important corporate and family papers? Your father's tenure as an employee was hardly worth a footnote in our empire, much less a file.
Don't waste any time expecting his help. Just get the file.
I told you, there is no file on Luis's padre.
Yeah, we'll just see about that. It's gone. Julian, what'd you do with the file? I'm gonna mop the floor with your face if you don't give me that file.
Luis, if you so much as lay a finger on me, I will sue you for every peso in the Lopez Fitzgerald family piggy bank. I will see that you are thrown off the force and straight into jail. But I'm sure you'll be most popular.
Just, Luis, let it go. It isn't worth it. Julian means what he says.
I am both stunned and appalled that you are party to this outrage. Father didn't raise you to associate with brutes like Luis Lopez Fitzgerald. Helping him plunder our family archives is unconscionable. Father will cut you out of the family and cut you off without a penny for this kind of treachery. You'll be persona non grata, just like Ethan.
You know what? Father brought me up, what little I saw of him, to believe in the family. To trust and be proud of the family. So tell me, Julian, why should I trust and be proud of the Cranes when they obviously lie, cheat, and destroy other people's lives?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm talking about what was done to Ethan and what you're trying to do to Luis by keeping the truth from him about his father's disappearance. You took that file, just like you tore the pages out of Mother's diary.
Well, how would you know about any missing pages unless you spirited those diaries out of this vault?
Oh, you mean the diaries that you denied were here in the first place?
No, I merely said I wasn't sure where they were.
Uh-huh. What are you and Father trying to hide, Julian? I want to know, and I want to know now. What's that sound?
This is outrageous. What goes on at Crane Industries is none of your concern.
Shut up, Crane. I intend to find out what that noise is, whether you like it or not.
Oh my God, it's a paper shredder.
Fitzgerald.
No.
You shredded the file. You bastard. You think about it. You had a file on my father. You lied to me and your sister. But you were worried that I was going to find out what was in it.
It's a mere coincidence, I assure you.
What really happened to my father? What'd you do to him?
All right. I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly what happened to your father. I'll tell you what we did to your father, Luis. We fired him because we caught him with his hand in the till.
Same old story.
It's nothing but lies. You may have shredded my father's file, but nothing's going to stop me from finding out what you people did to him.
I am so tired of your repeated accusations that we Cranes had anything to do with your father's vanishing act.
And I'm sick of your denials. You shredded that file for one reason and one reason only. Because you were afraid what was in it would prove that you or Alistair were behind my father's disappearance or murder. Otherwise, you'd use it to prove that your hands were clean.
Another conspiracy theory for Oliver Stone.
Luis is right, Julian. By destroying that file, you destroyed any credibility that you and Father had with me. I'm no longer defending this family. I'm gonna help Luis find out what happened to his father, no matter where the truth takes us.
Luis, Sheridan, You just signed your own death warrant.